Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Britannia Rebels campaign. And you join us in central Wales, where last time we took Montgomery, and of course we moved on from there over to the bridge at Aberystwyth, as I suggested I indeed would. Pembroke is under siege, but I'm kind of happy about that situation. That does mean that this army is currently bogged down, and whilst it probably could reach us over there, yes, it totally can reach us at the bridge here. I suspect it will want to take this, but even if it does, we're on the bridge, and I think with all these longbowmen, we should be in a pretty good position to hold off any assaults on the bridge. Montgomery is a little bit under threat, of course, because I have sent the whole army over here, but I'm pretty much happy with the idea of just going to take their capital, presumably Caernarvon. Indeed. And I reckon we should have Wales destroyed here today if everything goes to plan. This is a pretty solid army, even if it's a couple units down. Elsewhere, though, with the Baron Alliance to go take care of, this army was a bit too difficult to take on the bridge, but yeah, as you can see in the field, we'll annihilate that one, I suspect, very soon indeed. York itself is going to be a bit tricky to take. An awful lot of crossbowmen and all of their generals. I don't fancy that one, but they do have another army down here with Captain Enselm, who should really have a general, but he doesn't, so we will probably start sending this army out and attack them in a moment. That's probably the best plan, I would suspect. Elsewhere, well, okay. Glasgow went wrong last time, and we completely cocked up the relief effort as well, which has now left the Scottish attacking us. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if these guys are just lining up to attack, or if they might do something else useful with this army here, but I don't think they can do anything to Perth. Hopefully, these two guys just take each other out. I'm pretty confident we can defend against both of these. Of course, this is William Wallace, so we might get a chance to kill him today. He is infantry, by the way, so he's not going to be running away on Cav. If he attacks, then we get a really solid chance to kill him. So we'll see about all of that. As for the Norse, well, we are, of course, trying to get our armies around over to the north to take on, yes, Orkney and Wick up in the north there, trying to circumvent them. And indeed, we do have quite a decent army. Well, I say decent. These Scottish armies are terrible, but we have a decent size army in the sort of Ibel area here now, so we should be a little bit safer than we have been in the past. So we might well go up to Inverlochy and see what we can do there. This scout is just keeping an eye on the area. More of these lads coming. Yeah, they've got footmen. Yeah, the quality of the Norse troops are now becoming problematic, it is fair to say. Okay, let's stop worrying about all of that and let's head into battle over here then. That's probably where we want to be. So, into Captain Enselm. He still wants to do this, in spite of the 2-to-1 ratio. What do they have? A fair bit of shield, but almost entirely archers. They have 5 or so Bill militia, couple standard infantry, and a lot of catapults. So I think we're just going to have to rush in spite of the fact that we have ourselves a longbowman. We've got enough cav to try the poke, though. We'll see if we can pick off these siege equipments, but I think with all of these archers around as well, they're probably going to get shot to ribbons. So it might just be a full-on head-on charge, but I think we've got the troops to do it. Let's hit in. Weirdly, they are standing somewhat in the trees, which is not going to help their artillery, but it certainly helps us. We are pretty much running our lads into position. Well, we're walking most of them, but we're going to get the archers running because they're basically the bait. These guys are a little bit too close, actually. It turns out some of their guys are hiding in this forest. Just going to dodge around them. The arch militia are wangling around, which is what we want to see. We're going to get this cav into the flanks, and they are too busy wandering, which is exactly what we want. All right, everyone start running into position. These guys seem to just be wanting to intercept us, so you know what, we'll take that bait and we'll just smash them. Right, cavalry, 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 cavalry. You get yourselves into position. These guys have caught themselves in a little poke, apparently. You want to get yourselves around these guys and hit their lads. Thank you very, very much. Okay, archers are doing a bit of dancing now, which is fine by me. Did we do much damage with that charge? It looks like we did very, very little indeed. So maybe let's pull out of there, my good sirs. Right, cav. Let's start getting on top of these guys. We want all of these ballistas on top of and not shooting into us. Infantry just start running in, actually. So who have we got? We got in the centre. We have these lads. Yes, charge in. And honestly, to be fair, I reckon we should be able to chunk through this Bill militia. So you guys get into them. Armoured sergeants, you head into these guys. You head over there. And to be honest, at this point, yeah, we're just going to charge them as much as we can into position. And these longbowmen at the back can just go, yeah, like that. Maybe just loosen up, though. My longbowmen run into position and just start doing stuff and things. Okay. Cavalry are they stuck in with some of their infantry? Yeah, the archers are intercepting. That's not great, but it's not terrible because at least they're not shooting at us. They are being kept busy. These cav are really, yeah, wavering. I don't blame you. Right in the middle of this right now. Their flaming shots kind of just dance past us. Okay, you smash into those guys. By smash, I mean just kind of run away. Probably for the best. Who's chasing after us? I mean, we really should be able to demolish these archers, but they are kind of a distraction to us, and that's really what I think they're trying to do with them. If the AI is indeed that clever, I'm not sure it is, but I think for the time being, we should just try and get these lads out of here. Come on, horses. Run away from the spear militia, but in particular, really need to deal with them. Okay, horses, get yourselves back into there. You get yourselves into that flank. You get yourselves into that flank as well. These guys might break, but they're just going to keep them busy for long enough. Keep running. Oh, yes, that flanking manoeuvre has very much upset them. One unit of armoured sergeants still not currently in action. You guys keep chasing forward. Those Bill militia broken instantly. If our heavy Billmen go break straight away, then I suspect theirs aren't going to last very long either. Heavy cav, you start swinging into here. I think we've kept them busy. I think we've got the breaks pretty much all around now. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Archers, if I'm honest, best not to shoot. If anything, archers, just run forward and get in position to slaughter them at the end of this battle. Let's get my main infantry on top of whatever's still fighting, which is mostly that catapult over there. Who else is going? All of you on top of them? Yeah, they're gone. I don't know who's fighting. I think it's just fighting to the death that's currently happening. Get my cav and send them out here. Oh yeah, we've still got those archers at the very back who are currently just in retreat mode and nothing much more than that. Fine. We seem to have them pretty much wrapped up at this point. Beautiful. A glorious victory there, Captain John. About the same amount of men, but oh, look at that. Only 10% of the losses that they had. That is beautiful. 9% to 86%, and hopefully pretty much wipes them off the map. There might be the odd ballista that had enough men. Nope. They've officially been wiped out. Oh, that is glorious. And with that, oh yeah, we could be heading over to the bridge. Let's head over to the bridge. Let's go and do exactly that. Let's leave those 18 men. Actually, we could merge them in. We could do, you know what? We'll do some merging and we'll just send them in that direction. We could do with a couple other men, actually, if at all possible. So, you, my good sirs, recoup some of those units. That's lovely. A bit more cav. And infantry can't make it, so you know what? They'll just go and grab that fort instead. That is beautiful. In fact, I wouldn't mind actually just sending, let's just send them all. Send them all over there. Lincoln is actually going to be a castle then. It's going to make it. I'm surprised at that, but we will achieve that goal. Reinforcements coming. We'll move ourselves over to the bridge here. If they attack us out in the field, we might have a few problems, seeing as they have so many generals. But we do the longbowmen, so we can do a decent amount of job, even against all of that firepower. So I think the Baron Alliance are in a spot of bother, and it's worth bearing in mind, when we kill England, we will presumably get their stuff, but I guess, do things rebel to the Baron Alliance when the faction dies? That's the question. Now, if the Baron Alliance has died within, I think there's like a 10-turn pause. So like if the Baron Alliance dies, it can't reignite. Anyway, basically the Baron Alliance has about a cooldown timer. So if we take them out and then take England out within enough turns, hopefully then England won't, whatever is left won't rebel into the Baron Alliance. I don't know if it works that way anyway, but we'll find out, I suppose. We have I'm just going to go down here so we don't gain any intel, but I'm going to take off the fog of war. You can see how much of the map we actually have here and how little the rest have. So Wales 1, England 2, Baron Alliance 1, Scotland 2, Norway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that? That's more than I realised. And then Ireland has pretty much all of Ireland apart from Athens, which of course they've never given or never taken from us for some unknown reason. I think they're due to do it this term. But yeah, you can see just how much of the map we actually do have, or at least of the main British Isles here. I said the main British Isles. The Irish would definitely say that Ireland is not part of the British Isles. We don't have another phrase for it though, so we'll go with that. Is that supposed to be Caernarvon Island there? Is that supposed to be Sheppey? I guess that's more likely to be the Sheppey. Okay, no need to worry about that for now. Let us end our turn and see what happens. As it turns out, Athens is about to die. Are we going to kill anyone? No. No, we're not. Athens has officially gone as all of Ireland under Irish control, apart from the English fort. Oh. So, turns out, yeah, that's the Pembroke army. They are, okay, they haven't actually attacked Montgomery yet, which is interesting. We'll have to see how that one goes then. Okay, bridge battle, 2 to 3. What is this main force then? This force is some longbows, but honestly, not an awful lot. The question is, are they going to hold back for Prince Gwen with all of his forces? Once again, though, not the best army in the world. There are some good units there, but nothing too terrifying. Here's marks of war, good to know. But honestly, I think with this many longbows, some very solid infantry, this is a bridge battle we would quite happily rinse and repeat. Let's hit him. Oh, I am so disappointed with the game. I wanted to stuff a load of our spikes right on the entrance to the bridge here, but it won't let me. The game has actually considered this. If I go a bit further back, I can put the stakes down, but I can't do it right here. It's just an excellent way of killing Timurids and Mongols by doing this at the entrance to the gates. So they normally don't have the infantry to really take the walls, so they often flood through the gate, and you just put spikes up and they all die. It's hilarious, which really gives the likes of the Turks, the Polish, the English, whoever has long bows with spikes, yes, a great advantage. Unfortunately, we can't utilise it. We do, though, have a very nice hill over here, and with the range, I think we'll be absolutely fine to use that hill and slaughter them. So I'll get set up, but sadly, without the beautiful spikes at the entrance, that would be a little bit mean. Intrigued to see what they were going to do with their archers here, because I wouldn't want them to shoot me down too much, but that would indeed be the sensible thing to do. Instead, no, they're going to go and get themselves killed, which is glorious news. These guys were on loose just as a bit of bait, but you know what, I'm quite happy to do this. I've actually got all 5 units here. They are thin ranks, well, sorry, deep ranks, I should say, which is probably a clearer way of putting it, just to make sure that we have got ourselves as little damage to each unit as possible, as little chance of a break. Honestly, I think we'll be fine. There is just a tiny force behind us, isn't there? What are you? Some spearmen and some missile lads. Fine. We need to just bear those in mind. We'll just send our cavalry back here to go deal with them. Line up on the hill here. We'll deal with them in time. As for the rest of this, we're pretty certain that we'll be able to take care of these. The archers are going to rain on them, hopefully, sometime soon. And I would probably suggest fire into the back is the best plan. So in they go, and they're going to get themselves slaughtered by missiles and by brutal spearmen. Unsurprisingly, they've immediately decided to flee, which is not in any way surprising. Let's just make sure we go into guard and hold our general position. Some of them are going to run through us. And there we go. There's the general of the cavalry charge being dealt with, or being dealt with by the cavalry charge, I should probably emphasise. Let's just bring those cav out of there. Cav, get out of there before the spearmen pin you. Don't be stupid about it. Okay, we'll get those guys into position. We probably could have actually chased these down a little bit better by keeping some of these cavalry around, but don't worry about any of that. One unit can just shoot at them. The rest of them can go off fire. And just do what you can. That's fine. They might well... Actually, they won't come back because that entire army's gone. You know what? That's not the end of the world. We won't worry about mopping them up. These guys over here, where did they go? Oh, they've got into a weird flanking position. Wasn't really expecting that, but okay. We'll charge into them. You guys hit the back of those spearmen. You guys hit those archers. And we won't worry about any of that. A few more flaming arrows coming at those guys. The cavalry are now coming in, though. So no need to worry about that. Second army coming into play, and they're sending the horsemen first, which is surprising. But they're going to get themselves killed, which is fun. So in they come. Just make sure that this part of the battle is dealt with. Yeah, it looks like pretty much everyone here has been slaughtered. We'll just get these cavalry. Yeah, we'll just get them dealt with. They are officially dead, and as for now, we've got the cavalry coming in. No idea what they think they're doing, but they're mainly getting themselves killed as well. On this occasion, these guys probably won't rout all the way out of the map because the rest of their army is still around. Oh, here comes the general. Yeah, they'll probably regroup and come back for a second charge later. Ideally, we'd have ourselves some cavalry on the other side, but we don't have any crossing points because it's a big old bridge. Okay, so these guys, there we go. They do last an awful long time, those lads, I do find. Right, well, let's just get back to the main battle. Looks like the general is heading in. And I'm not sure he's going to be doing too well from this. Oh, big old volley on the general. 31. Does he take any hits or is it just hit points? Mostly hit points, but actually, no. That's a good 8 or 9 of them gone down there before they've even hit our infantry. Oh, that's good to see. Oh yes. Yeah, he flees. He is a filthy, filthy coward, and he's going to get shot down by the arrows, I reckon. There's not enough units there for him to not get shot down. Surely, we're going to have him absolutely brutally killed. Okay, let's get all of our cav back in position here to run across the bridge to mop them up momentarily. Oh, I think he's got away. He's got into the pack. Oh, well, he won't well come back yet. We have troops at the rear. Archers, go on to flaming arrows and shoot at someone nearer the middle to back that we can all hit. Flaming arrows, ahoy. Did you go? They skirmished from the random lads who are fleeing, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's not important. The important thing is that these guys are going down. The general, he hasn't recouped yet, but I suspect he will. The general is still yet to come back into this battle. He might just flee, you know, which is filthy coward. Absolute filthy coward. They are fighting a fair bit at the front here. I think my infantry, though, were on guard, so I'm going to take them off guard because, quite frankly, we are just on murder mode at this point. So let's just send our flaming shots all the way back there as much as possible. We are taking a little bit of archer fire. We're taking quite a lot of our own archer fire because they're doing what the hell they want for some unbeknown reason. Shoot those spearmen at the back here, Gibbons. And there we are. Most of them are now fleeing. And oh, that is beautiful. As for the Gibbon line, that's an old Many a True Nerd thing, which was something I think it's in an old end card of his, so it's now stuck in my mind forever. So in case you wondered where the Gibbon line comes from, that is where I do occasionally use it. Right, I think at this point, infantry, start pressing into them. Really, let's just start pushing forward, and I think we're going to break them. We're going to take more damage from the archers if we hang back any longer, so we're just going to keep shooting at their guys in the flank. Cavalry, start pushing over the bridge. We just need to get going now. Smash into them. All infantry, can you just hold back a moment, run out of the way, let the cavalry start pushing forward, and that's what we want to see. Yeah, archers, just be shooting all of their lads at the back if you can indeed manage that. Cavalry is now piling over. Infantry can now join them. And I think at this point, you can just speed it up and just watch the death ensue. Oh, yeah. I think we're still going to do a little bit of damage to ourselves, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to push across. Oh, there we are. Our general is dead, buried underneath the river. I think at this point, archers, missiles, stop and just run off, please. Go away. All units, just start going across. Unfortunately, there are just a few at the back here holding, so we're going to take the damage to them. But in general, I think we've got them. There's the break. Okay, we lost a few more at the end there because their archers were just shooting at us from the back of the bridge, and that was causing a lot of problems. It's a strangely good tactic, that, actually, to leave your archers at the back of the bridge behind the big pile of corpses of their allies. In the end, I think we'll be fine. We're going to have to mop them up. I think we've got enough room to do so as well. By the grace of God, heroic victory. Lost 169 men, and one of them being Captain William. My Don brother threw himself to his drowning death. But to be honest, not that many remained. The initial army obviously partly got away. The general annoyingly got away, only 3 of his men. They never even came out for a second charge. Utterly pathetic, and yes, almost none of the other army. Pretty good, all things considered. 78% killed, not too shabby. Hardly surprising, but Scotland are going to indeed attack Edinburgh, and what do they have? A huge pile of Scots pike militia, and some proper heavy pike militia for that matter. No cav, no missiles, and a few bits of siege equipment. Interesting. I don't have a huge amount in terms of missiles. No, I have 2 half units of, yes, archer and crossbow, so interesting. Interesting indeed. They have catapults, so they can smash their way through if they want. We'll have to see how this one goes. Into battle we go then, and we give them the old little poke at the start. Sorry, I had to cut that out because my air conditioning started going very squeaky indeed. But it is now, you know, late June in Spain, so I'm going to have to get the aircon working, otherwise I'm going to boil to death. But anyhow, nothing too much from that first initial poke. We are managing to convince them to do stupid things though, which does often happen when you start doing this little sally poke. They're a very non-maneuverable army here with trebuchets and pike militia, so we'll see if we can cause more damage. The first catapult is down to like 7, which is nice. If we can take care of the catapults, I'm feeling fairly confident actually. So we didn't... stop charging too far! Stop charging too far. You want to hit the trebuchet and none of their spikes. Okay. Okay, we seem to be chopping them down actually. They're kind of ignoring us, which is interesting. I'm quite happy to take that little eventuality. The rest of the catapults seem to not be on the catapults, which is surprising. Okay, archer, that's fine. Now, is it just my eyes having gone completely wonky, or is the colouring gone very strange right now? It feels like it has, you know. Okay, the catapults are now a bit isolated as well. The trebuchets have got themselves murdered. That catapult's down to 30. Where are the others? They're pike militia. There's some catapult. There's 6 other catapult lads over there. Okay, 25. Don't run into him, you utter fool. Get away from him. He's a pike. My horses really don't know how to do this, do they? Okay, we're getting them dancing around, which is what we want to do. We've got them all getting shot. If only we had more missiles, this would be beautiful. Peasant crossbowmen, can you just get yourselves over here? Slightly better position for it. Oh, they're routing. No! Don't run through... Oh. That's really upsetting because there was no need to rout and they've got themselves completely murdered now. Utterly useless. These guys are eager, which is good to see. This catapult is taking the ladder. Fighting to the death. I mean, you could have just done anything apart from what you did. That would have been great. Now, okay, if they're now approaching the gate, they're going to bring pikes to the wall. Now, we should be able to hit them without them being in good formation if it's going to work like that. So, what we want to do is to start organising people at the gateway here. Well, even if one unit of cav has managed to kill themselves completely, the other one at least finished the job that they started by getting these darned catapults murdered. It is hilarious sometimes how stupidly they rout though. I mean, if you're running away from the enemy because you were terrified and you're on horse, you just get around to another gate. I mean, what you wouldn't do is run straight through the one gate where there's 1,000 pikemen in the way. But hey ho, who am I to tell them what to do? These crossbowmen are not running where I'm asking them to, but they're also not shooting anymore because, you know, walls and all of that cleverness. Okay, you archers, get yourselves onto that part of the wall. These guys are going to run themselves up here. The second unit also getting themselves over here. So we'll just get them on the wall nice and quick. Archers, are you going to do it? They are actually listening to my instructions, which is nice to see. Okay, there goes the gate. Just as I was trying to click on the cav to save them from the pikemen, and time has continued moving at the same point. So, unfortunately, they are now going to get themselves killed because of the ram. Because of the ram, damn it. Okay, those crossbowmen are doing filthy damage now. That is beautiful. Those Scots pike militia at the front, and they're instantly routing. That's great to see. Just get us on guard, please. Get us on guard. Make sure we're not doing anything stupid. 2 units kind of mixed together. Not the worst thing in the world. Archers, continue getting yourself there. I'm not going to compliment you too early, but what are they doing? God knows what's happening. Sieges do strange things sometimes, don't they? Okay, 1 catapult is firing missiles because there's 4 of them left somehow. I think they're the last ones, though. We're going to take them out, and then... Oh yeah, we can mop up those pike militia if we are quick enough about this. Into those lads, run straight through them. That should finish them off. Yeah, they're all dead. They are... Oh, they've just got back. Damn and blast. We'll kill the next unit that runs in, I suppose. But they are now sending pikemen onto the wall. And without the pike fix ruining pikemen on the wall, making them ridiculous, they are not going to be as strong. But they are very, very well armoured. And they have... Oh, they're dead. They're gone. Okay, I think we're going to win this battle somehow. Unsurprisingly, victory is ours, and we do indeed have the cavalry to mop them up as they flee, although we're very good at missing them apparently today. One unit is run off in that direction, heavy pike militia. Okay, well, we're just going to have to get on top of as much as we can, but it doesn't look like... yeah, we've done a pretty darn efficient job here, already at 75%, and there's plenty of mopping up left to do. Heroic victory! And most of those 64 were... the stupid cavalry he threw themselves to their death. We did gain ourselves some experience, though, on the archers and the crossbowmen. That's nice to see. Yeah, almost nothing sustained from all of our units, apart from the one unit of doomed cav. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to hide the random army that appeared in the hills, so I think we might have to deal with some other kind of affair here. Now, actually, it's not the best army in the world. And we do have plenty of missiles. We could use our missiles effectively if we can get around with the Huskars, take out their ballista. Okay, interesting. If we're defended in the hills, maybe we can get the hill advantage as well. Let's see. Well, not quite the mountain we had hoped for, but we do have ourselves a decent little hill over here where our crossbowmen and infantry are waiting for them. They're going to knacker themselves out, of course. And our Huskars are going to get themselves around the flank and take out as many of these ballistas as possible. They will probably struggle to hit us because we are running around them. They're not really defending them properly. Okay, they are starting to consider defending them, which is probably sensible for them because I have the range advantage if I can take care of these. And I do have the cavalry advantage. These, by the way, of course, are Huskars, so they're not like the light, pathetic cavalry we've been using before. These are proper heavy lads who are going to axe them to death. That's lovely. Get on top of this unit as well. They're going to leave their ballistas behind. They're going to be nowhere near us. They're now running towards our line, which is perfect, because at that point they'll be knackered as well. They're also now going to have several units routing. We haven't actually lost... Yeah, we've just lost 2 as I speak. So let's just charge out of there and come back in. Normally the swarming effort does a good job. Okay, missiles starting to come in. Then our routing as well. That's good to see. Get into the rear. We now have flanking cavalry as well. Okay, this is good now. We've got the infantry getting shot by our lads. We just need these infantry to hold for as long as possible because they are... Well, they're not going to be that tired, are they? They haven't been fighting that long. But we do have some... Yeah, we do have some routing going on behind them. So if we get this right... See, we're going to go off guard for the moment. But what we want to do is get a nice charge in a few seconds. Okay, get those charges in. You shoot into them. You shoot into them. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of a charge in. And can these guys hold? Can they hold for any length of time at all? I want to get the cav in actually to really support them here. I'm going to slow this down. Yeah, into those spear militia. I know we're hitting them uphill, but we just want to get some support in. Anything wavering? Okay, we've got a few more lads in helping now. Come on, come on. We're chunking them, but not quite enough. Get yourselves out to the flank, Cav. Get yourselves out to the flank. Okay, keep shooting in. Keep shooting in. We can do a lot of damage to these lads if we can hold for long enough. Get a charge. Get another charge. Okay, this is such a random little army that's appeared, but it could be so useful. We can make use of it. They are wavering. They're not currently engaged with anyone else, but wavering and then charged by Huskars. Come on. Come on. Yes, that's a rout. We've got a rout. We have a rout, ladies and gents. And that is what we want to see. Start piling on onto this same area. Hit them as well. They're wavering. They're sending reinforcements. Come on, waver, 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 waver. Get out of there. Yes, we've got another break. We've got another break. Get out of there before the fresh unit hit you. That's beautiful. Okay, start moving into them. You intercept that lad. And yeah. You hit them. Don't get too far out of line. This is really, really close. Yes, we've slain their general. That was a great charge by our lads. I thought it was our general for a moment there. Let's just pull out. Oh yeah, we've got the break. We've got them. We've got them. We've got them. Oh yeah, push onwards. Push onwards. It's just one unit left now. Everyone shoot on that town militia. They're gone. Oh, that is absolutely spectacular. Oh my, we actually haven't lost that much. Nice healthy charge at the start. Morale held with the guard mode on, the missiles doing their job from the hills. And not, obviously, Huskars are brutal. Yeah, 10 effective against armour, 14 defence. Bit of a charge bonus, not huge, but 3 is nice to have. It's something, you know. Crossbowmen, just shoot at whoever you want at this point. To be honest, probably best to shoot into the pack. Yeah, actually, don't shoot my lads. So we'll do as much as we can to this unit here, which is the one that we're not currently chasing down. Go into a tighter formation, please, my sirs, and we'll mop them up. Oh, look at that. Captain Bergthor. Beautiful. 99 to 969. And that is just magnificent. The Huskars, 132, but 220 captured. Like, that is what we want to see. Okay, a few random things going on then. I just saw Ibel being put under siege by the Norse. That's fine. We'll be able to repel them. We might just sally forth next time. This, however, is... yeah, that's just an auto-resolve, I'm afraid. 8. Not bad, my good sirs. Not bad. Yeah, Carlisle is not well defended, but you know what? It's fine. It's just kind of in holding zone right now. Okay, blockade. Some of the best units currently available. Now, those are good units now. So, okay, that could, if I had a boat over here, actually be a useful plan, but no, I don't. There's their dock. I didn't even notice it was there. Okay, so let's have a little look. Ibel is under siege. Anything interesting? Something we can charge out at. I only have a couple cav, but all the archers in the world, so if they want to attack us, yeah, quite happy for them to do that. Okay. Get on the boat, my sir. You get on that boat, and we're just going to head off. Let's just check how far you can get to. Apparently, they can get further than us. Slightly concerning. We're just going to head as far into the sea as we can then. And if I send you over here, that should at least distract them. They'll get pulled away by good old Admiral Ralph, who apparently is quite good. You won't worry about any of that though. Over to Orkney we go, and what army is that? Oh, that's a decent army. Hopefully that one doesn't sink. Okay, a few repairs done up in Stornoway. That's nice to see. I think that was an auto-resolve, so that'll be why that had a bit of damage. What else is going on? Not a lot. Financially, we are the weakest apparently, which suggests that I think the AI is getting a load of random buffs, because I'm not sure I believe that's really the case, but hey-ho. Oh. Well, the scouts have done their job. We'll withdraw, but they'll come and kill us. It's fine. It's done their job. They've scouted out. So there's a few more forces floating around here. William Wallace hasn't yet come in, but he's got himself plenty of men ready to do so. Edinburgh, well, okay, we completely demolished that army. It's like nothing survived that. We did a very good job of mopping up. Yeah. Not sure I fancy actually going to take that. I'll go and take the... Yeah, take the fort. This is a good fort army, that's for sure. Do I want to join those together? I don't know. We'll decide that one later. Okay, for now, Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Merge. We did... Oh, yeah, we actually got a lot of those cav back. Apparently they didn't stab them very well, which is surprising. But, yes, failed to stab brutally. That's ideal for us, I suppose. Dumfries, just continue desperately to get whatever terrible, terrible troops you can, just to make sure we can hold. But Castletown, oh, we're one turn away from getting some Norse archers and some Norse axemen. They take 2 turns, mind you. Okay, York. Nothing happened at York. We have 2 armies here. Now, did they have another army in the field? I don't think they did. Okay, let's just keep moving. I have this random set of horses who are there to support me. Okay, well, wellity. We have the range, and they do not. I have some cav here. You can join that. We'll see if they're tempted by the bridge. But, more importantly, we're going to take out Captain Nigel over there. And all the Welsh. Ooh, the Welsh. This is awkward. I want them to attack. the bridge again. Are they going to do it though? Oh, that's so annoying. This army over here, we need the scouts to do their job because there was a force here before. Where is it gone? There it is. Okay, so they're still around. The bear is still around, and we do need to worry about that just a little bit. So we can't send a force around the north to go and flank. You know what? I am going to... Okay. Is it worth putting it under siege? If they attack me with this force, that's a good force actually. If they attack me in the field with that, that would be a pretty brutal affair, and I'm not sure I could take that as well as the capital. Okay, we've got to work that one out. I have just worked it out because I am a genius, or I was a bit slow probably. Yeah, we have this army over here. They won't get to the bridge, but they can block the way. That, of course, is the most important thing. Okay, so towards Caernarvon, and I don't see the other forces around. Okay, massive, massive fortress for us to take out. No point of any rams in a fortress. We'll get one tower. We need ladders to get through the two different layers. Not a citadel. I'm surprised at that. Castle town. That will be a citadel. That'll be beautiful. Okay, what we need to do is send whatever we have from Cardiff just to reinforce Pembroke. That's what we need there, and just Cardiff, just keep getting whatever you can, just some basic lads out. Just whatever, just get some troops in these towns. Just distract as much as we can. 3 units there in Montgomery. It's pretty good for a city there. Alright, very nice. Carlisle is fine. We have more at Lincoln who have given us this fort here. Okay. I think we have more than enough to deal with the Barren Alliance now. What do we want to do with this army then? I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll send them up as general reinforcements for York, because we can send those across to the English when we're done with those lads. A few bits of business to take care of then. First, a quick little sally at Ibel. Actually, you know what? They're pretty solid. I reckon what we should probably do, we'll give them a chance to come in and attack, because we'll slaughter them with missiles if we get the opportunity to. But I don't want to take too much damage, so we'll let them just have a turn there. As for William Wallace, he also looks fairly ready. Should we just have a little look at him? What has he got? Okay, this is a little bit battered in places, but very experienced in others, which is terrifying, especially as he is, yes, William Wallace as well. Risk attacker, +1 morale, +3 morale here at Scotland. They're never going to break, are they? No, they're not. But I reckon we'll still win this if indeed they decide to attack us this turn. If they don't attack this turn, is it better to start sallying? They have no cav. They have no cav. I have 2 units of cav. I could do a little bit of a sally poke. Maybe we'll try. An interesting sally, because of course they already have the siege equipment, so theoretically they could just launch the attack if they wanted. They are going to send their archers to the front line. Interesting. I just want to see if I can land a few brutal blows. Maybe just soften up some of these units. They're more likely to break at a later point. That's essentially the plan here. Unfortunately, they do have plenty of strong lads in behind, so we just need to be careful we don't do anything more stupid than we need to. They're going to fire some missiles in. Hopefully we land the hits before they get any brutal shots. Yeah, that's going to do a little bit of damage. Bit of a hit. Send them back immediately. I'm not sure that did a huge amount. And they're fleeing anyway. So 80 and 90. That did nothing. Another poke here, and we'll just see if we do anything. They'll probably just rout, but 24, 22, 19, running away down to 18. Yeah, I mean, we've knocked this unit down. What are we at? 5% to 8%. I mean, honestly, that could be worse, could be better. I mean, are these units going to make a big difference in this battle? Probably not, but it's one more unit closer to routing, I suppose. Any point of any more of this? I don't know. Let's give a charge at this little unit on the end, and we'll just see what we can do. These cav aren't going to be able to make a huge amount of difference in this battle, ultimately. One thing they possibly could do is just mop up a few who are running away. So as long as we have a few to do that. Oh, they did not like that. They ran away. They ran away before they even hit on that occasion. Okay, well, 5% to 8%. Not very useful. Not very useful at all. Step 2 with the Sally, then we're going to use our archers. They have no cav, of course, so we can at least get a fair amount of damage done with our archers. We might as well make use of them now when we have the opportunity. So we really need to shoot these noble Highland archers in particular, who are, yeah, fairly brutal if we're not careful about it. We are on loose, but we're also a bit joined up, which is not ideal. We've got some infantry just in case we need to hold them in front of the walls. If they want to come all the way forward, they are most welcome to do so. This is really just a bit of a light skirmish. I'm not sure, to be honest. Am I happy that I sent the... They're just charging in at us. Don't skirmish, just stand there. Get the infantry just a little bit closer in to help if we need them. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if sending the cav first was good or not. Ultimately, we did take out that crossbow unit. He could do a lot of damage to these guys right now. Let's just get these infantry charging in. I kind of want these guys running around. That's where actually the cav would be useful, is just to poke these guys in the right direction at this point. Let's just get them running away. And are they going to stand and fight? I don't mind if they want to. I'd rather just keep them running, to be honest. So, yeah, they're still just reloading. Let's just keep them dancing. Keep them dancing. And at this point, yeah, some of the main units are coming forward. Don't want to damage my own lads too much, but how are we doing? 8 to 17. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that situation. Let's just get the archers doing their filthy work. Yeah, get yourselves forward and shoot them. Shoot them down. We've got too many of us now to too few of their archers. We can do some good damage. With the Highland pikemen coming forward, oh yeah, we can start to do some lovely damage. These do not have much defence to missiles, and we've got them really in a very good position right now, right where we want them, getting shot in the back. Lovely. And are these pretty experienced lads? Oh yeah, they got 4 experience. We want to take them out right now. Interesting army really this, because there's no cavalry, there's not a huge amount of missile troops, and what there is very slow and non-maneuverable. They don't really have a lot of shields either. They're very much pike and axe, two-handed axe for that matter. So yeah, this is quite an ideal, maybe start running actually, my good sirs, and get the infantry in at this point. Run away, you know, their infantry, maybe like out of the way. You were supposed to run in the town a while ago because you ran out of ammo, my good sir. Yes, things are, you know, we got a few of them poked there unnecessarily. They're wavering. Let's just get the rest of the missiles who still have something left to maybe start picking a new victim. We'll just send the infantry into those guys. I know we'll probably lose a few here, but we'll just break them is kind of the plan. Okay, so they're now broken. And my archers can just run into that kind of a position. My infantry, yeah, done their job. Back over to the hill, my good sir. They're going to come forward. Are they just going to reorganise? I think they're just reorganising for the time being. We'll see about that. If they want to run closer and closer to the city, they are very welcome to do so. And if they want to get themselves shot in the back, they are also welcome to do so. Yeah, we're just going to use up the last few arrows that they have here. But it looks like 9% to 39. Bit of a slow start with the cav. But to be honest, I'm kind of glad we did use the cavalry charge, because taking out that, particularly that crossbow unit, if they had a crossbow and a full unit of Highland archers, they probably would have slaughtered our 4 units of archers here. So I'm kind of happy we made that decision. Probably worth it, because it now means we've got the massive advantage in terms of missile, as well as, well, what cavalry advantage there is with, you know, 20 odd men. But we can chase down a few later, of course. For now, it's just time to finish the last few arrows and see how much damage we've done. Well, with us out of ammo then, I think it's time to head back into the castle and call it there. 9% to 48%. Pretty solid, all things considered. Let's just check. It says Sally successful. They call it a draw, but I would say a very successful day, all things considered. Casualties inflicted 100, 107, 84. And actually, they were fairly equal blows. In fact, almost entirely equal blows. So, you know what? We'll take it. And with that one going so well, I think we probably should just go and deal with Ibel as well. So we'll do pretty much the same tactic here. Shoot them down. On this occasion, we don't seem to have done very much damage at all. It's a thick forest in the way. We can barely see anything. And we seem to have run out of arrows before we've done any real significant damage whatsoever. What have we done? About 30%. Yeah, not even that. So let's just get everyone back inside the city, shall we? Everyone get back inside and we'll just call it a day. Well, officially only 161 killed, which for that many units of archers is pretty pathetic, but guess the forest and the storm was doing some good protection work for them today. Nonetheless, I think it does chunk them down a little bit, just enough hopefully to make them rout that bit easier next time. And of course the most important battle before we end turn is this one here with Captain Nigel. It does look like he is a bit up a hill, which could be problematic, but he does mainly have ballistas, a few archers. Right, pretty much just charge in, pin them down, and the battle will end before it even began. Let's get going. Interestingly, they didn't decide to start up on this hill, but they do seem to be sending people there now. Again, I have sent some cavalry up in that general direction, so that might be what's doing it. To be honest, all infantry should probably just get charging in, actually. So we're just going to start running at them. That has pulled them back. Interesting. It's as if they know what I've just instructed. It's almost as if the computer always knows and adjusts accordingly. Fine, all infantry, stop running, at least walk. But actually, no, let's run, because quite frankly, these lads are going to do a lot of damage to us if they can land some of these ballista hits from up here. So I reckon let's just send our men running on forward. We'll just try and get ourselves into position. Now, to be frank, I'd much rather get up the side of the hill, but if that distracts them for a few moments, then that's fine. Okay, fine. Run yourselves across the side of the hill. Cavalry, get yourself around there. You two guys start running, because they're running around the side of the hill into their flank. We're going to start shifting across this way. Crossbowmen, just get yourself in position. Okay, I think at this point, yeah, we've got some of them just hitting their forces. You lads run up the side of the hill. You can probably also manage it. And you lads just start charging up. I don't mind a little bit of a hill assault if most or some at least of the units are getting themselves around the side. General, where are you? You're in the flank. Okay, you get yourself forward. These guys can run into those archers at the rear. Keep pushing on. Keep pushing on. That's fine. If my lads at the front here just want to go into guard, actually, they've routed them anyway in spite of the hill. That's slightly surprising. Okay, the cavalry have made it up around the side of the hill. They're probably pretty tired. Only warmed up. I did walk them at the start. That's good to see. They are... I think they're just retreating anyway. They're not routing. You had a massive hill to use here, sirs. Once again, I did have my aircon starting to squeak for that, so I do apologise, but you missed too much of the battle if I cut that out, so you'll just have to put up with the squeaking on that occasion. Don't know how audible it'll be. We'll find out in the editing room, I suppose. And yeah, this is a bizarre battle. They could have done something. They had the hill. They had themselves plenty of plenty of artillery that could have done something useful. But oh well, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the bloody massacre. Seems like that's the option they're going for as well. Officially, victory is ours then. Not an awful lot of resistance. They seem to get stuck between a rock and a hard place. And yeah, they pretty much given up before it even began. Catapult is running in that direction. We'll just get a couple chasing after them. We are just chasing after them in all directions. We've got one unit of cav over here, a couple over here, and I think we're going to mop up every last one of them. Rather surprisingly, nothing happened on the end turn whatsoever. Captain Burger. Ah! Well, isn't that convenient, my good sir? Because, oh, we could do with you very soon indeed. Sword Staff Militia. Interesting. Now we can actually make landfall. Oh, that is lovely. And interestingly, you can't actually join up with our army. But you can at least blockade the port. So that's something. Hey, hey ho, hey ho. Okay, interesting. We now have Kirkwall under, well, not quite under siege, but in not too far from it. And Wick is pretty darn unguarded as well. Oh my, this looks delicious. Just look like we're actually stuck on this corner of the land, actually. Can we... Oh, if we do that, are we going to be able to get back off? You can. Okay, don't want this boat to be killed. You're just going to sit on here now. The army can't get off. Brilliant. Just brilliant. What happened to the other boat? I don't know, you know, which is slightly concerning. We'll send you over in this direction. Okay, so he's over here. He can totally get me, can't he? Okay, well, I guess we'll be wandering over in this direction just to get in his way, make life awkward. And, I mean, he can still get there, but it's not the point. The point is that at the moment he is going to get distracted and use up some movement points. That's the plan. Okay. Ibel will just sally forth again. William Wallace has given up. Interesting. Okay, those lads are now on us, which is slightly irritating. We're just going to retrain what we can. We've run out of money, but of course the main thing, ladies and gents, is the end of the Welsh, who didn't even attack us. Oh my! These two armies are floating around, and they'll be ours. They will soon be ours. And, oh my days, even more over here, isn't there? Well, wellity. When we take Caernarvon right now, oh my. Lots of armies about to join our side, I think. We've somehow got, what, episode, I don't know, what are we now, 13 or something? We got this far in the campaign without killing a faction yet, but we're on the verge of a couple, it seems. York, they did not sally forth. So we will grab ourselves some towers. We'll also send more of our lads from there as well. Lovely stuff. We'll have York besieged from two sides. And I don't think they're going to do too well to deal with that. Oh, right. It is time, ladies and gents, to head into Caernarvon. And also arrive at Castletown, but without any armies, we can actually get some troops if we can afford it. But I suspect we'll have a bit of booty once we're done with Caernarvon. King Dafydd himself. Oh, lovely. It would be nice for him to join me, but I'm afraid he's going to have to die. And I think it's fair enough for a king to fall. Now, they can do some horrible damage with these lads up on the wall. But I think we have them. Somehow we're going to have enough. They have one brutal axe lad to finish this off, but we do have a lot of proper infantry. I might just merge them up before we head in, but let's head into battle and finish off the Welsh. Interestingly, they do have themselves plenty of their archers on this front wall here, so they're not leaving everything for the second layer of walls, and hopefully we can catch these three units here nice and early. They're sending flaming arrows, which is ideal actually, because while it may lower our morale slightly, quite confident these guys can hold. It should mean though that they miss a lot more of their arrows. So let's just speed this up. We of course do have ourselves, oh, that was a pretty bad hit on them. Yeah, we do of course have our strong infantry, sword infantry up at the front here to try and chop through these lads. They should be able to, with any luck. We are not the heaviest set of infantry here today. We don't have a huge amount to spare. I apparently have one more unit that I forgot about at the back, or two more units that I forgot about at the back. So we do actually have one more set of ladders, but we don't need to worry about that for now. We'll just bring them forward. We do need some of these other infantry to try and deal with... Oh yeah, they're going to run away. You lads, can you get yourselves down here very quickly, please? Because I want to deal with these archers. Actually, yeah, pin them. If they're going to stand around, we're going to catch them while we have the opportunity. Okay, they are running off. Can you get yourselves down here? And you get yourselves... Which way are they going? That way. Okay. Get yourselves down off the wall. Oh, they've got some of their lads up on here. We're going to have to take them down. Fire those archers, get away. Those archers are going to get away to fight another day on the walls, but we are going to pile on top of these lads and make sure that we chop them down. Good news indeed. Fine, these lads are going to fight as well. That's fine because this tower is soon going to be fully activated by us and we're going to jump out and hopefully slaughter them. So it's going to be a bit of a chunky one. We'll lose quite a bit of this infantry, I imagine, but job should be fine. And then we've got ourselves, well, that infantry over there dealt with. 2 units of archers. I can't even speak anymore. Anyway, there's a general and a unit of archers that we've left inside the final section. And to be honest, once it's just the general, Longbowman ahoy, he's going to have himself a rather ignoble death. I've not noticed before, but these guys actually carry mallets, which is magnificent news. That's what they do right in hand to hand. Oh, there we are. So We do have our infantrymen jumping into the middle of them now, so hopefully that will start to turn it. They haven't actually lost like anything over there, and these guys down to 43, so these guys are losing some. Towers are doing some annoying work right now, but it is what it is. I think over on this side, this unit was a bit battered anyway, so we will chunk them down. So these spearmen, not ideal, but we're doing the job. Once we've got the towers, we'll send up our longbows and we'll start shooting down. Interesting and fairly clever attack here by the general to come out and take on our longbowmen as they approach here. Really should have sent these infantry here a bit earlier. Hopefully they're not actually going to break. We'll just chop down those at the bottom and then we continue from up here, but I do fear that that might go wrong. Oh well, you know what, we'll just continue with what we've got elsewhere. We've got a couple of longbowman units up here who should just be shooting down into those lads, which is ideal. Let's just go and send... okay, they're now running this way. Oh yeah, because I sent these guys to go and help. Now they're isolated as well, yay! Okay, you guys come and help out, you guys come and help out, because I left these spearmen back just to go and deal with this kind of situation at the end, where the general might well get involved. So he's not going to die a complete coward's death, he at least tried. So yeah, we do have the infantry over here. Those of you who have climbed up, can you just shoot down at him, actually? That would probably be quite a good plan. And actually, you guys are in decent range now as well. Start shooting him too. And we'll just leave these guys shooting onto the plaza. We're not doing a very good job at shooting them, are we? No, we are not. Right, all of you guys go on to fire at will. These are all the way back here. You know what? You can get yourself a decent shot in this kind of position. You get yourself over there. These spearmen are fighting and they're dying unnecessarily because, quite frankly, we don't even need to be fighting this lad. We might as well be shooting him on the plaza. But oh well, there he goes! Slain by our glorious warriors. Gallant and glorious. Okay, so our infantry are doing their job, just about. They'll break just in time for them to get shot down, but it's alright. We'll just leave them to get shot at this point. Yeah, actually they break first. Well done, infantry. Your job to defend the longbowmen has gone very well. You've done your job. Get yourself up here. Yep, the few of them who waited around can now hang around. Okay, so you, my good sirs, going to Shiltram. And actually, no, he's just standing there. Just poke him to death. Perfect. Okay, works for me. And then we'll just shoot into these guys because they're annoying me. And someone want to kill him, please. Anyone want to kill him? No? Okay, well, you're too busy getting yourselves murdered by your own arrows. Someone get on top and finish off the Welsh, okay? Just end this thing. We're going to stab him. Anyone want to do it? We'll just poke him. Just pushing him. There we go. There we go. We never even stood on the plaza. But the Welsh have surrendered to us. We'll see who has joined us. King David died. Honourable death in the end. He sallied forth to take on our spearmen and was stabbed. And with that, Caernarvon falls, so do the Welsh, and what am I going to get from these armies? I might get a general as well, by the way, ladies and gents. Am I going to sack it? And it's killed him! Oh, they killed the guy in the fort. Right. And then, so a fort army doesn't turn rebel. That's unfortunate for this old fort over here. That full stack English army there is not going to become mine apparently. Wales are destroyed. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of the factions dead is Wales. And we've inherited their armies. These guys are now friends. Oh, it's glorious. We have ourselves a general at long last. Oh, yes. Now, with a general, which is a general, not a family member. Interesting. Do we have a family tree? We don't. It does say we have a general, though. So we'll see if anything... we'll just have to see if we get any more offers of generals at this point. So this is very, very interesting indeed. Okay, Chester. Only a large town. We can organise our armies and start heading off over there. Fine. Let's merge what we've got. And, oh yeah, we can reorganise all of this. There's plenty of troops to get organised to go and take on Chester. Before we finish up for today then, we should probably head back into this army at Ibel and just clear them out. This time with the big snowstorm. Hopefully they'll be able to see what I'm doing and we'll shoot them down. For some reason, one unit's stupid enough to get itself caught in spite of the fact that the skirmish mode is on and it's in the simplest position, really, right in front of all the infantry. That's kind of the point, my good sirs. Utter fools, some of these lads, utter fools. But on the whole, we do seem to largely be doing the job we're supposed to be doing. Which right now, to be honest, I'm just going to turn it off. You should be shooting them in the back. Somewhat impressively, they've actually managed to survive, or at least one unit has. So, yeah, as I've run out of ammo, I do still have to kill one unit. But you're catching them up, and they've routed now. Cowardly foes, shot down where they stood. 90% killed at this point, and I suspect it will very soon be 100. Well, as we end our turn before we end the day, then we are going to have that huge Norse army attack Stirling. Another force turn up against Ibel. I'm quite happy with that scenario. Both of those should be fine. Ha 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 ha! Okay, the Baron Alliance wants to sally forth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Well, we've already seen the end of Wales today. But Baron Alliance are going to fall next time, it seems. We have ourselves 3-2 ratio. We have ourselves 2 armies. Do I want the better army? The thing is, I'd rather let the trash army be controlled by the AI, to be honest. But, you know what? That's fine. They can sally forth. We can take them on at their city. The reinforcements will be there. But that, of course, will be next time. For now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is To Nose to Human. And this has been a Britannia Rebels campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. Let us have a moment for Domino then, a giant of a commander who, frankly, I completely left out. Here! Yes! That was so good! We'll shoot them as they land. Ow! Oh, we're fine! Everything is fine! Panic over! It's only a horde of Vikings, it's not actually a problem.